We are live, and welcome to another Web3 Sunday session. I hope everyone's having a great day, and welcome to everyone that's watching live, as well as loads of you that are watching later on as the recorded version. Just a reminder, please feel very welcome to use the comment section to ask any questions throughout the session. And if you could give me a signal that the sound and video is working well by adding a comment or saying hello in the comment section now, that would be absolutely awesome. And also, as this is a Sunday session, as always, it's a laid back conversation lasting around 30 minutes. So feel free to just, chill out and enjoy it. As many of you may know, I'm the CEO of RealNifty, the new and curated marketplace with a focus on the physical and digital when it comes to fine art. We help creatives showcase their NFT collections to the world, and you can check it out over at www.realnifty.xyz. So, as some of you know, we've launched with 5 fantastic launch artists, and with this in mind, I'm very, very happy to introduce this Sunday session with one of our artists of the week, and I'm very happy to introduce abstract artist Paul Smidt. Paul, welcome to the Sunday session. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Thank you very much. It's first time for me to go live anywhere, but I'm really happy to be here.
Awesome. No, thank you very much. And just as an overview before Paul dives into more details for us, Paul is a Dutch artist who grew up among the scents of linen canvases, turpentine and oil paint, and his abstract work focuses on a fusion of coarse fixed structures, powerful shapes, bright colours and dynamic lines. And you can see his first collection in the RealNifty marketplace right now. We're going to get onto that later in. And before we start diving into your artwork, Paul, I'd love you to tell, the audience a bit about yourself and, and how you got into art.
Yeah, well, I get into art because my father was an artist. So when I was really young, I watched him paint and everything. And he took me to the woods every Saturday, and we enjoyed the trees and the flowers and the nature. And and then one day he said, well, here you have a blank canvas, and you have here like 3 colors. So I couldn't mess it up. And he said, with these 3 colors, you're going to make whatever you want. And then I started painting. I was like, I think I was 10 years old. And I made this really big painting. And normally when you are 10 years, your parents say, here you have a A4 and you have some pencils. But he gave me this oil paint and this big canvas, and I just made something. I think it was like a beast or something, and I was so proud of it because he framed it and he hung it in the house. And so I was really well, it's my painting. So that was the beginning, and afterwards I became older and older, and I began to paint after professional painting after I'm a teacher also. So when I became a teacher, then I began painting in the evenings, and then I sold some work, and then from there I sold more and more, and I began to invest in more canvases and paint, and then I had sold so many that I could open and get an own gallery, and that was really cool. Yeah.
That's awesome. And it must be so great being a teacher and seeing these kids flourish in the art world as well.
Yeah. It's the best to see the kids paint because they paint from the heart. And I'm a big fan of Karel Appel. It's a painter from Holland, and he wants to paint like the inner child. So I'm around children all the time. I have 6 children of my own. I've like 30 children at school every day, and they give me a lot of how do you call it? A lot of energy to do everything. Yeah.
And I believe you even had a birthday party for one of your children this weekend as well.
Yeah, my youngest went 1, and my yeah. So and my eldest, my daughter, she was 2 days ago. She went 19. So I've 6 from 19 to 1. Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah.
You've definitely got a busy life going on there.
Yeah, everybody says, but yeah, life is life. I wake up in the morning, I go to bed in the evening, and everything between is like everybody else. So sometimes it's busy, sometimes it's lazy. Yes, it's for me. It's normal.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're an abstract artist. So what do you love about abstract art, and how has it, shaped your life? Do you have like any influences in your artwork at all?
Yeah, like when my father when we went to the woods and we walked to the forest and everything, he said he was an abstract painting himself, and he taught me that to create something that is not really there, it's amazing to do, and then you can put your feeling into it, and what you feel and what you can imagine in your dreams, you can put it on the canvas, and yeah, really to express your emotions, and that's what I like the most about abstract, and the way I paint, I want to paint a living painting. So if you look to it and you look like 5 minutes later, then you can have an whole different feeling about it. And if you look at it in the morning or in the evening, or you have what you've been gone through the whole day, every time you look at it, it's something else. Because the way I paint in layers, and I put a lot of mixed media like structure on it. And then, well, Van Gogh, he said he painted like red and yellow to each other, and then when you see it from distance, then it becomes orange. But I do that not with layers, but I do layers on top of it. So when I do a yellow at the background, then I put the structures on it, and if that is hardened out, then I can brush with the red, and then I don't touch the yellow because it's structure. So I put only on the top front structure. I put paint, so the yellow comes through, and then when you see it, it becomes orange in that way, and then I can make a lot of things with it. And my dad told me, you have to, if you can, you have to let God do His work. So I do a lot of dripping and splattering and that kind of things, and I paint with feathers, and I do that because when I drip something, it's like the hand of God is dripping on the painting, because I don't do that myself. Yeah, I throw it on, but I don't know where the drips exactly come. So it's really yeah, I want to make a living painting. I hope that makes a little bit sense, because it's all in my head, but it's difficult sometimes to put it in English out there. Yeah,
no, I completely understand. I mean, with RealNifty, we had a project with another artist about 6 months ago, and again, he said he was an abstract artist as well. And he said these images that just appear on the painting that he didn't know was going to be there, and it's kind of, like you say, it's just a living painting of how that happens.
Yes, it's true. Yes, he's right. Yeah, and it's great to do because it's like a meditation. I put like music on my ears, and then I go into the song, and then it creates, and then when it's finished, I don't even know that I made it. It's amazing to do. It's like meditation. Yeah.
I mean, let's talk quickly about your collection on RealNifty as well. So it's entitled Serenity, which is a very apt name for me. I mean, tell us about how you came up with the concepts. I mean, it's a two-piece collection, and just tell us about the two pieces that you've put in this collection.
Yeah, it's Serenity, and the first one is called Break of Dawn, and the second one is Heaven Can Wait. And like the break of dawn and the heaven can wait is like morning and evening. So it's the whole day. It's the two paintings captures the whole life. And the break of dawn is I made that after I was divorced, and was a lot of pain and struggle. And my father died, and my mother. Yeah, it was a really difficult time for me. And then when I got to meet this girl, and I have now 2 little kids, and I wasn't painting for like a year. And then I thought, well, I have to do something different. So the emotion came up. It was better again and better again. And then I made this Break of Dawn. And it really captures the light and the new life we all want to be flourished, to go to the light. And yeah, I painted with a lot of light colors. It's very bright. And yeah, so that was the emotion behind that. And then the heaven can wait, because it's all now so good feeling where I live in now. You understand how you want to stay alive for your kids, of course, but for yourself, for your loved ones. And yeah, heaven can wait. Heaven can really wait. Don't take me there now. Wait for as long as it is good. And Heaven Can Wait is a poem from Michael Jackson from his latest album Invincible. So that triggered me to make this painting. And yeah, I painted it with all my headphones. So yeah, Heaven Can Wait.
That's awesome. No, I know you're a big Michael Jackson fan as well, and I mean, like these 2 pieces. Seriously, if anyone hasn't seen them yet, just head over to the RealNifty marketplace and have a look, because they really are. They're very special, and the colours really just bounce out to me at the moment. I mean, for your artwork, do you sort of kind of paint them all in the studio in one place, or do you go around and get ideas and paint outside? How do you do how's your process?
Yeah, I paint everything at home or in my studio or in my gallery, and yeah, I don't paint outside, because then I have to, because it's a really big painting, like 2 meters and 1.5 meters high, so I can take that in my car, and I'm not that big of a car, and so no, I don't paint outside. I really do. I paint. Yeah, in my home or in my studio, yes.
Awesome. That's great. And so how did you get into NFTs to begin with? Because I know like a lot of artists have found them recently. What was your story? How did you find NFTs?
Oh, yeah, I was in NFTs because I don't know exactly, but yeah, I just, yeah, it was with, I think with the Corona. So I was in my own studio, and there were I had to close the studio down, the gallery, and then I thought, well, what's going on with NFTs and what is that? And I came in those communities, and I saw a lot of NFT artists and digital artists that I didn't know about, and then I discovered a whole new world of Web3. And people like communities in Discord. I never went into Discord, and then now I'm in Discord almost every day, meeting up with my friends all over the world, and I talk to them about art, and I talk with them about the collections we are all in. And yeah, I definitely think that the NFTs are the future. Not only the PFPs, but yeah, like contracts and all kind of papers, all kind of PDFs. It will all be on the Web3 and smart contracts, I think. So we are really pioneering, and because I'm a pioneer myself in creating things and thinking new things, like Michael Jackson was a pioneer in things. So I really have that from him, to be a pioneer and not to do what other people do, but to pioneer. And that's why I really like this Web3, because we're one of the early. We are all early. And one guy said to me, "Do you know why everybody say GM to each other? When it's evening, they say GM too." And I said, "No, I don't know." He said, "Because we are all early."
It is a very good question.
It was so funny. It was so funny.
No matter what time of the day.
Yeah, it's great, because I really feel we are all a big family all over the world, because we are all in the same boat. Yeah, so that's really cool.
That's a great answer, and I completely agree, because I mean, what Web3 and NFTs has done is really, opened up the world to artwork and how it can be used. I mean, when the the pandemic happened, we had like platforms like Clubhouse come around where musicians and artists could actually join in conversations, and because they couldn't go out to exhibitions, they were able to talk about artwork and sell it through these spaces instead. And not only that, because it's a global thing, and Discord has got involved, you've got artists and collectors from all over the world being able to see your artwork that they wouldn't have otherwise been able to.
Yes, that's really great. I can show them in Discord, and they say, "Oh, you're an artist." Links to my to the website or to Twitter, and then they can see, and they can discover everything in 1 minute, and then they say, "Oh," and then they give their answer if they like it or not. And then we go in VC, we can talk to each other like this, like FaceTime, and for me it's really cool. To do. Yes, it's really cool. The whole Web3.
It really is awesome. It's so good.
Yeah.
And what I love about what you're doing as well, you run your own gallery, Kunstbrug, in Oldenzaal. You can probably pronounce it better than I can. But it's not only a world gallery, but it's an NFT gallery as well. Can you explain to us a bit more about how you came across this?
Yeah, because of course, it's pronounced Kunstbrug, and in Dutch, translated to English, it's Art Bridge. So, and that's because on both sides of the road there are like big furniture stores, and it's connected with this bridge. And on this bridge, it's all restaurants on one side, and the other side is all my gallery. So it's a really nice thing, and the name is now very good because I'm bridging Web 2 and Web 3 together. So because I'm now transformed my old gallery into in a new NFT gallery. So all kinds of NFTs are on my walls. I print the NFT, I frame them, I put a QR code next to it, and visitors can scan the QR code, and they can purchase the NFT without my intervention. Directly from the marketplace. And it's really great, and I feel like a little bit teacher there too if I am there, because like people come in there and they say, where are all the paintings gone, Paul? Where are the real artists? I said, well, this is real art too. This is NFT. This is much more than art. And then I have to teach them about MetaMask and about installing MetaMask and about how it all works. And then they scan like a QR code from a picture, and then the animation from the artist, it comes to life on their phone, and they say, "Wow, this is amazing! This is a whole kind of other way of conceiving the art." And I say, "Yeah, this is new." And then I take them to my own collection, and I tell them how it all works. And yeah, it's really cool to do, because you feel really like you're pioneering and you're teaching someone else something completely new, and then they go to home and they say, what was that NFT? Let's check it out. And what's that Web3 what he was talking about? And that's what I really like about it.
Yeah. No, that's great, because at the moment we do really need, people like you, educators, to really, help people out and teach them what they can do with as a collector or as an artist, to really, showcase their artwork, or, other artists that people can buy from. And again, that's what we're doing at RealNifty. We want people to, really learn the technology and learn how to use Web3 and the kind of things that it can do, because like you say, it's just opening doors for so many people.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It's really great, and I like it. I like that about RealNifty, that you can purchase an NFT and then you get the real painting sent to your doorsteps. It's amazing. That's why I'm here. It's great.
Yeah. No, I appreciate that, Paul. And it's like I said, it's something we just felt was needed, because you really need to integrate that physical and digital aspect to really allow people to benefit from it at the moment and grow that industry. So it's something we're very passionate about, and I know you are as well. So it's great to have you on board as an artist.
Yeah, thank you.
No worries. I mean, what you're also good at is not growing your own communities, but also being in communities as well. You mentioned Discord earlier, and how you're a big fan of that, and how you can operate in communities. I mean, what would you say is good about having a community in this, and how have you managed to leverage that as an artist?
Yeah, because for an artist, I look at not in the artist perspective. I really like just to have friends online, that whenever you have the time, or you can go online and you have like a community of friends, and you talk with each other and you have like fun, like in a bar. But I don't have the time to go to a bar, so I can pick my wine. I sit it on my desk. I sit on my couch, and I can talk with all those people, and they are drinking, and we are having a lot of fun and talking about everything. So it's more like a personal thing I like about these communities. For artists, it's great to build a community who loves your art, but it's all organic. I don't have to push anything, and that's what I like. I don't have to go see my work, and it's so beautiful, it's so good. No, it all goes it goes along, and then people, they just meet me, and they I always thought, if I buy an artwork from someone, I don't buy the artwork just because I love the artwork, but I buy also the painter. So the philosophy of the painter, how he is, because I don't want to have a painting in my room from someone that I don't like. So it's all organic. You just talk with people like you, and they say, "Oh, I love your art, and I want to have something from you because it's you. I want to have it on my wall, and not because from some other one." And then they talk, "Well, what's the price?" And then they go, "No."
No, it's great, and I love your comment. And I love your comment about Discord being like a pub or a bar, because do you know what, our the community Discord manager for RealNifty said exactly the same thing when he started working for us, that it is a bar, because you literally go in there to chat. There'll be some people having a chat about something in one area, then you listen to somewhere else and they'll be talking about something else. And it's right, it's a really good analogy. I love it.
Yeah, because when other people talk about it, I have learned so much this last year about everything. Some people were talking about cars, so about how to rent cars, how to build cars, all kinds of stuff that people talk about, and then you just jump in and you say, "Well, I have this meaning, or I think this," and then and then we talk. It's great. Yeah, it's really great.
Right. No, and just a reminder to everyone that's listening in, if you have any questions for Paul, please just put them in the comments. We'd love to hear any questions you have for him, or anything. If you checked out his artwork, any comments on that would be fantastic. But in the meantime, I'm going to just ask Paul a couple more questions. So, I mean, what are your NFT collection predictions in the next 5 to 10 years? Where do you think, like, the technology is going with artwork? I mean, obviously you mentioned earlier about, we've already got those AR, capabilities where you can make, your artwork come alive. Do you think that's going to continue?
Yes, I think it will continue every time. I think I saw one time some girl, I think she was painting in the AR. So she had an VC of how do you call it?
Headset.
Yes, so a headset, and she had like two pieces in her hand, and then she goes all along, and she was in the metaverse. She was painting this amazing 3D thing in the metaverse, and everybody could watch with her how she painted, and I think that's really great. But I also think that real paintings always will be exist, because we have homes and we want to have real works on our walls. But I think that the when we go in 100 years from now, I really think people have like screens or like LED walls. The whole walls are LED. There is no yes, and then you can have like animated pictures on it, or animated paintings, or real paintings, and it will be the future will be so cool. But I can't envision everything, but Yeah, like I think a lot of screens in the house with a lot of
Yeah.
digital paintings, and then you can go into the metaverse and everything. Yeah, I really think.
Awesome. Yeah, I think I agree. I think the technology is just going to really, really kick off, and it's going to be some interesting stuff that we're going to see going forwards. And I don't know whether you've watched the TV series Black Mirror, but I mean, they got those massive walls of TV screens in there, and it's very, very, very cool of how all that works. And I'm really looking forward to see how the technology develops with blockchain in mind as well. Yeah, should be really fun.
Yeah, and if I go to the Discord now, I talk to my phone. But how cool would it be that I put my VR glasses on, and then I go to this room like a bar, and I sit down and I talk with you, and I look to my left, and you are there, and we are pinching our beer, and hey, goodbye, and it's like you are really there. I think that's the future, that you really can go anywhere you want in this world from your couch, and you can discover all kinds of things and be with each other in the metaverse.
Yeah.
And I think it's really great because elder people who are at home, it will be much more and more and more. They feel alone, and they can put the VR glasses on, and they can meet their grandchildren in real life. They think it's real life because of the VR, while they are not there. And I like it that it I wish that that they go to their grandparents, of course, but yeah, maybe it's not possible, and then they can see their grandchildren. So it's really great for people who are alone.
No,
For people
completely
who
agree.
are alone, there are a lot of people alone in this world. Yeah. And then the metaverse and Discord is really great because they don't have to feel alone so much.
Yeah, definitely. And like I say, when I was young, I remember my grandparents used to put up the pictures I drew on their wall. And now, obviously, they live near me. But now, what can happen, like you say, if your grandparents say over the other side of the world, you could send them an NFT of your drawings, and then they could download an NFT and have it and display it. It's going to be really good.
Yes.
A lot
Yes.
going on.
Yes. we all want to be loved, and we all want to have love, and don't be alone. So if this future and technology can make it that people feel better and not alone, it's good, I think.
Exactly. Bringing everyone together, it's always good. And we just got a message from Sarah Jones. So very interesting. Another great Sunday session. Thank you, Sarah. I hope everyone else out there has been enjoying it. It's been a great conversation. And I just got one more question for you, Paul, before we start winding down. And it's kind of, I know you're, like I said, you're an educator, you're a teacher as well. Have you got any tips for any people or artists looking to get into NFTs and taking their first steps? What advice would you give them?
Yeah, I think when you are an artist and you're not in the Web3, yeah, go to Discords, and there are a lot of art Discords where they talk about art, and they can help you with connecting people. And that's another a great thing about the Web3. I connected with so much people that I never thought I would connect to, and they help, because a lot of people in the Web3 will help you. They do it for free. I help you. I have this connection. I have that connection, and it goes so really fast. A day in the Web3 is like a week in real life. It's so fast where everything works. And if you go with the flow and you go in Discord and on Twitter and you search for artists, NFT artists, they can really help you. And it's not that. What I want to say, some artists, they are a little bit afraid of it because they think it's really difficult to make an NFT, but it really isn't. You make a picture out of your artwork. You go to this mint site like RealNifty, and you ask if you can go there, and if it's good enough, or I don't know if my work is good, but if you can go there, then yeah, they do everything for you. So they take you step for step, and they have this real cool website where they lead you step by step what you have to do. You load a picture, you description, blah blah. You click OK, and then it's minting. You don't have to have another computer or something. It's really nice, and if you go to the website, you can read how it all works. It's not that difficult. You just have to try, and trial and error, but it's not difficult at all to make an NFT.
That's it. No, I completely agree. Like I said, once it's very easy to do because people, like I say, people are a bit nervous with anything new. But I think, like I say, once you've done it once, you just realise how great the technology is, and it's really going to change the art world for the future, definitely.
Yeah, I think, yeah, for sure. Every artist would make NFTs in the future because there are so much things you can do with it. Otherwise, than just make it, put it on a wall, and wait for people to see it. If you go in the Web3, you know that a lot of people will see it, the whole world maybe. So it's really great. Yeah.
Well, again, it's been fantastic talking to you on the Sunday session, Paul. If anyone would like to contact you with any further questions or to learn more about your art, apart from seeing your collection on RealNifty, where else is platforms where they can get hold of you and see your work?
Yeah, the most things I post on my Twitter, it's Artist Dutch NFT, and you can also go to my website paulsmidt.nl from Netherlands and kunstbrug.com, and there you can find everything about me. And yeah, but my Twitter is the best place because I put all the new things there. Yeah.
Now you've got a great Twitter account. I love following, and yeah, and you can say you put up some amazing pieces. So yeah, everyone check out Paul's Twitter. It's very cool. And yeah, I guess that leaves me with thanking everyone that listened today. I hope you enjoyed and learned something new. And please check out Paul's collection Serenity, now for sale over at the RealNifty marketplace. That's www.realnifty.xyz. So on next week's Sunday session, we'll be learning about another great launch artist from RealNifty, and this is Lila Pinto, which I'm really excited about. More details to follow soon. So all that's left for me is to say enjoy the rest of your Sunday and see you next week. And again, thank you, Paul, for joining us. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you, Jamie, for always. Goodbye, audience. Goodbye, audience. So cool. Goodbye.